Hello guys, welcome to my first ever video. I think I'll try to just look into how gold and silver is setting up for tomorrow's FOMC. So if you quickly look at gold itself, um, we'll go to the 1 hourly. It's a bit messy, I know, but uh, but today we did get a well, not today. Yesterday and today we started to form this head and shoulders, still within the uprising golden channel, as you can see. Um, And unfortunately, today we broke down both from the neckline, but also from the lower golden channel. You can see here, and it caused gold to flush quite a bit. So if we were to put a target for this head and shoulders, I would say we should go down to roughly, what is it, 1926, which also lines up with this, dotted trend line. I can remove my Fibonacci just to have better visuals. So I think we'll go down to here and rest here before, until we get to the FOMC meetings. Then we will be somewhere around 1920-ish. That's my view, anyways. We can go to silver. Silver, held up better than gold did today. You can see it's down only a 0.5% or so. But we are right now in this type of flag, you can say. Um, so silver is looking better on the short term. If we are zooming out, we still have made this a lower high, lower low, higher low, my bad, which is it's a very promising higher low. But then again, we still have to get above, this major golden trend line, which goes back to, like, what is it, 2 years or so. And then we need to get above 2450. If we do that, I think silver should be off to the races to get to my target, which is 35 for this move. Then we will see some pullback, but ultimately we will break 50 at some point. Maybe not this year, but definitely in 24. Um, so yeah, going back to the 1 hourly, this is how it looks right now. You can see we are getting into some stiff resistance right here, roughly right here. If we take the pivot low right there, you can see we are getting into some low-hanging fruits, as I like to say here, where they will act as resistance. People will take profit and so on. But but for now, it's looking okay-ish. But then again, anything can happen from now and until we get until the minutes gets released from the FOMC, which I think is in like 20 hours or so, 22 maybe. So yeah, it's very exciting to see. One last thing I will show you is the ratio between gold and silver, which is actually, I just tweeted that as well. But it is at a very, very important spot right now, given the structure. You can see going back 2 years, we had this expanding wedge um, going all the way up, then broke down, and then we just came back for the retest or the back test, pierced through. So we are actually in the channel again. Uh, And what you want to see in this ratio is, the gold to silver ratio should go down, because when that happens, silver typically outperforms gold, and then you have a bull market for the precious metals. So we really want this channel to get back below this channel again, or this expanding wedge. And as you can see on the daily here, we're standing right now on this orange trend line, and that's not a coincidence. I think, I think we will. Oh, sorry. I think we will be standing here jittering a bit back and forth tomorrow. And if there will be any signs of dovishness from Mr. Powell, I think we will pierce through, and then that will kick off a big rally for gold and silver. But then again, if he is so crazy and decides to do a 0.5% increase, this will spike. I'm positive, and then all markets, doesn't matter if it's gold and silver, the Nasdaq, SP 500, whatever it is, will tank heavily because all, already right now, we're seeing bank failures. And if you increase it again by zero point 0.5, it will just be a total destruction of the markets. I don't think it will happen. I think we'll get zero point 0.5, 0.25, sorry. And depending on what he says and how he says things during the interview or the announcement, that's what we have to look for. But I think tomorrow we'll get a 0.25% increase, and then for the next meeting we'll get a pause. Um, but yeah, overall I think gold looks really really good. If you go to the weekly, I can just move this smaller time frame stuff here. Get rid of all that stuff. Whoops. And then the last one here. So you can see it had a big move last week, went up 10%. A bit of a down week right now, but yeah, what will happen tomorrow will decide, the outcome for many months ahead. I think this area right here. So yeah, let's see what happens. Thank you guys for listening. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I have a Twitter called UseLinkINV. Um, and I hope you will join me. I post every day more or less, so I hope you will join me and enjoy your stay. Okay, have a great night.